What if I told you Samsung might be about to make the Galaxy S26 Ultra the most controversial Ultra we've seen yet? I'm not just talking about a new color or a slightly bigger camera bump. I am talking about a design shift that could either feel exciting or end up making some people really frustrated. And if you're someone who uses the S Pen, this could affect you in ways you didn't expect. So stick around because by the end of this video, you lines see exactly why this change matters more than it seems at first glance. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I break down everything you need to know about the biggest phones before they launch. And trust me, you'll want to hear the full story here because the S26 Ultra is shaping up to be a very different kind of phone. For years, the Galaxy S line had its own identity. Think back to the S1 all the way through the S21 Ultra. The look was consistent. Rounded corners, smooth edges, something that immediately told you, this is a Galaxy. Then came the S22 Ultra. That's when Samsung merged the Note series with the S series. Suddenly, the corners were sharper, the body was boxier, and it felt less playful, more professional. It became the serious flagship, and for a lot of people, including me, that design just clicked. It felt premium, it felt intentional. Samsung kept that boxy design for 3 years. Then, with the S25 Ultra, they softened it slightly. The edges curved a little more, the corners weren't as harsh. Some loved the change because it felt nicer in the hand. Others thought it was a step backward, like Samsung was losing what made the Ultra stand out. And now, here we are, hearing that the S26 Ultra is going to be even rounder. So how round are we talking? Nobody really knows yet. It could just be a small tweak, closer to what the S25 Edge looked like, or it could push so far that the Ultra starts to resemble, well, an iPhone, and that's where a lot of people are drawing the line. Because Samsung built its own identity over the years, and if it drifts too close to Apple's design, it might lose some of that uniqueness. Personally, I'm really hoping they keep it distinct, but design isn't just about looks. There's a bigger problem hiding in all of this. The S Pen, that little pen, is what makes the Ultra truly different from every other flagship out there. It's the reason Samsung even merged the Note with the S series in the first place. And here's the issue, the S Pen sits in the corner of the phone. On a boxy design, it fits neatly, flush with the body, seamless. But the more rounded the corner gets, the more the S Pen starts to stick out. You can already see this on the S25 Ultra. It's subtle, but it's there. And if Samsung makes the S26 Ultra even rounder, the S Pen could stick out even further, which doesn't look clean and doesn't feel nice in the hand. So what are the options? Well, they could redesign the S Pen itself. Maybe curve the tip so it fits better with the phone's body. They've done something similar before. Back with the Note 2, the S Pen had a slightly different design to match the phone's curves. That could work again. The second option is to move the S Pen slot inward, but that eats into valuable space inside the phone. Space that could be used for battery or cooling or cameras. And the last option, which I think would be a nightmare, is removing the S Pen slot completely. Imagine the outrage. People were already upset when Samsung removed features like expandable storage. Now picture them removing the S Pen slot from the Ultra. It would be brutal. The good news is, there's no evidence that they're going that far, so for now, we can breathe easy. Design aside, the S26 Ultra will bring some other changes too. Reports say it will be thinner, paired with those softer corners, and it may even get a redesigned camera module. In a market where most phones look almost identical year after year, that alone makes it stand out. And honestly, I'll take something that feels fresh, as long as it doesn't ruin what makes the Ultra special. And then there's AI, because yes, the biggest upgrade won't just be hardware, it'll be software. Samsung is leaning heavily on Google's Gemini, and Gemini is about to become way more useful. Right now, when you use Gemini Live, it takes over your entire screen. But soon, it will run in a floating overlay. That means you'll be able to keep using your app's maps, calendar, YouTube while Gemini pops up cards with info on top. It's smoother, less disruptive, and perfect for multitasking. Gemini's also learning to sound more human. It will change its tone depending on what you're talking about. If you're stressed, it can speak calmly. If you're casual, it can match that too. You'll even be able to adjust how fast or slow it speaks. And for fun, Ulines have the option to hear it in different accents or even in the voice of a historical figure. Imagine asking it to tell you a bedtime story in the voice of Shakespeare. That's where AI is headed, so here's the takeaway. The Galaxy S26 Ultra will be thinner, rounder, and smarter. The design shift is going to divide people, no doubt about that. Some will love it, some will hate it. But the S Pen issue is real, and Samsung has to be careful here. Because the S Pen isn't just a feature, it's the soul of the Ultra, and if they compromise that, the Ultra loses its identity. The good news is, we don't have to wait too long to see how this all plays out. Last year, the S25 Ultra renders dropped on September 10th. If history repeats itself, we could be just days away from seeing the first detailed look at the S26 Ultra. And when those renders drop, you know I'll be here to break it all down for you. Before you go, there's one more hardware change that almost nobody's talking about yet. It's not the battery, it's not the camera, but it could end up being the feature that surprises everyone. Click right here and I'll see you in the next one.